My fudgy chocolate pecan cookies are what dreams are made of. To make them, combine 1/3 of a cup of white sugar, brown sugar, and 8 tablespoons of salted butter to a bowl. Microwave it for a few minutes until it's nice and melted. You're then going to whisk it vigorously, adding 2 eggs, and once that's well combined, add 1/2 cup of cocoa powder, 1 cup of all-purpose flour, 1/8 of a teaspoon of baking soda, and baking powder. You're going to mix this up really well until it's gorgeous, silky and chocolatey goodness, and then you're going to add another 1/3 of all-purpose flour, mixing really well to combine. Here's the fun part: add all of the semi-sweet chips and crushed pecans that your heart desires, again mixing it to combine. You're then going to dollop it onto a lined baking sheet and bake at 350 for 6 to 8 minutes.
Let's make baklava. Prepare the sugar syrup. Melt the butter with oil. Remove the foam. The syrup is done. You need pastry leaves. Cut it. Put some butter and some pistachio. Roll it. Be careful. Should look like this. Brush it with butter. Bake until golden brown. Look at this beauty. So crispy. Oh God, I love it.
Does anyone know what this is? I feel like anyone under the age of 40 probably doesn't, but prove me wrong if you do. It's coconut ice, and the only reason I know about it is because my dad loves it and I make it for him every Father's Day, and I'm going to show you how to make it. So what you want to do is start off with 390 grams of desiccated coconut in a bowl, and then you want to add 500 grams of icing sugar. Yes, it's a lot of sugar. Yes, you will probably get diabetes, but no, you don't have to eat it all, and no, you don't even have to make this. And no, you can't use caster sugar. I think I covered all bases there. Those are the comments I usually get. To that, once you've mixed it all in together, you want to add 396 grams or however much is in 1 can of condensed milk. It's about 400 grams, but it's a random number. Pour your condensed milk in a bit at a time and mix it all together with a spoon, but eventually you'll have to get your hand in there. It takes a while for the coconut to get involved with like the dough batter, whatever you want to call it, but you'll eventually get there. And then you want to split it in half and put half of it in an 8-inch square tin and flatten it down as much as you can. You can use a glass to flatten it down, a rolling pin, or just your hands like I did. And then with the other half, you want to add some pink food colouring. Why pink? Who knows? It's the traditional colour of coconut ice. That's all I got for you. If you don't have pink food colouring, you can add red, but a little bit of red, and the whiteness of this dough will pinken it out. And then you want to try and get all of the coconut covered in your pink. It takes a while again, and you do get a wrist ache and a thumb ache, but it's worth it. Is it worth it? Probably not, but I make it for my dad and it makes him happy, so it kind of is worth it for me. I don't know if it'd be worth it for you, but you can give it a go. Then you want to put your pink coconut on top of your white coconut, flatten it down with your hand again, and then you want to put it in the fridge for a couple of hours or overnight. And then once you've taken it out of the fridge, it sets rock solid and it's a struggle to get out of the tin. But once it is out of the tin, just peel away the sides of the greaseproof paper, and then you want to cut it up into portions of any size, your choice, do what you want. And that's it. Yes, you will get type 2 diabetes eating this if you eat the whole thing, but there you go, coconut ice. Hope you enjoyed it.
These chocolate crinkle cookies were made with 3 ingredients, delicately crisp on the outside with a slight chew in the middle. Let's make it. Powdered sugar, cocoa powder mix. Add in 2 egg whites and don't stop churning. It's gonna seem like you don't have enough liquid, but it will get there. Divide the batter into 12 cookies. If you have less than that, then your cookies are too big. I made that mistake the first time and trust me, it turned into a big blob. Make sure you cool completely before serving. I'm all about this texture.
These are called cheese boaters. If you haven't had them, you haven't lived. They come from a restaurant in Louisville, Kentucky called Buckhead's. 8 ounces of cheddar cheese, 8 ounces of Monterey Jack, 8 ounces of Reggiano. I use it in place of Parmesan. Beat 6 eggs, cup and a half of all-purpose flour. Supposed to use 3/4 of a cup of cottage cheese. I use ricotta because I hate cottage cheese. Some SPG, some smoked paprika. Add your eggs, mix all this together, let it chill in the fridge for an hour. Form balls, we're going to deep fry at 350 for about 3 to 4 minutes until they're golden brown. These are going to blow your mind and change your life.
You could pick the time and the place, you will spend some time away. Now you need to forward and give me all the work.
I think I just found the best chocolate chip cookie recipe on the internet, and I am not being dramatic when I say that because I have tried so many over the years. The secret ingredient has to be the brown butter, but don't let that intimidate you. It's really just adding sticks of butter to a saucepan until it melts into this beautiful golden color. From there, it's just combining your wet ingredients with your dry ingredients. Oh, and I should probably mention where the recipe is from. Ambitious Kitchen, if you see this, your recipes are always 10 out of 10. But this one knocks it out of the ballpark. The hardest part is finding the patience to refrigerate this dough for 2 hours because look how perfect they come out. Adding Melton's flaky salt, of course, they look professionally baked with a homemade taste.
Let's try something. You need fries for this recipe. Put some olive oil. Now season the fries. Mix it. Whoopsie. I'm gonna bake this, but you can fry if you want. Mix. Put it back. Final result. This is looking good. Let's try. Okay, this was really tasty. I love it.